What is going on, guys? We're gonna take this bad boy. Check out this lighting too, by the way. I'm feeling it. I did some apartment rearranging here in Los Angeles. I've got my desk tucked in a corner. Perhaps I can take the camera around later, or maybe I won't. Guys, welcome to the video. My name is Brian DeCosta. You have found my YouTube channel. I help you get shredded, stay shredded for life.
Oh yeah. Oh, where are you going?
Are you recording?
Where are you going?
What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's workout. We're gonna be hitting literally a ball sack workout. Yes, the ball sack. Ball sack.
You wanna try again?
I am not going to compete in natural bodybuilding this year. I actually did upload a video about 2 or 3 uploads ago, said I was going to be competing this year. Last time I competed was in 2019, 2 years ago. Did the WMBF Natural Muscle Mayhem in Sacramento, California. Also the OCB Yorton Pro in Washington, D.C. To qualify for that, I did Paul Ravella's show, the OCB Tampa Natural. And yeah, I was going to break a 2-year cycle of getting out of the super lean dieting phase and in a lean, prolonged long-term bulk. But however, as the competition dates drew closer, I noticed that it was going to be tough to bring my best to those specific shows. I was intending to do the 2 shows I just highlighted that I did in 2019. Bring my best, given the fact that my goal this year, as opposed to the last time I competed, was to do it a bit slower and have it be a bit more of an enjoyable process, be able to manage content better, manage my sleep better, less stress. This is something, maybe I'll do a video on this. I think it would be helpful, but I think in 2019, I pushed myself a bit too hard and put a lot on my plate. And while that was an enjoyable year, I think I just could have done it with just less stress and just putting as much on my back as I did. So this year, that was the goal, was not to do that. And then as these dates have approached, I realized I would just have to dig too hard and too quickly, shred fat too quickly, week over week, to the point where it was going to make it just as painful, if not more. It was a time budgeting thing, and I'm taking responsibility for that too. But also with the holidays approaching and the question marks with COVID and travel, and they're still up in there whether I'm going to be able to go home from LA back to West Virginia to see my family for the holidays. Go Mountaineers. Just factors were aligning where it logically stopped making sense, and also intuitively stopped making as much sense. I wasn't as excited for competing this year. So I didn't intend for this video to be fully about why I'm not competing, but I did make the announcement, so I did want to touch on it briefly. There's a few other personal / family reasons why I won't be competing that I will not be touching on. But yeah, the good news that's going to spawn from this is I will be putting more effort into YouTube content, and I'll have that energy to do so. There's actually one more thing, an important topic I would like to touch on after this. But while I am careful to not make verbal commitments on this channel, as I've had a few different seasons on YouTube with being consistent and then not. And that was my intention. I've never intended for this to be a constantly uploading type channel, but I have a strong belief, based on how I'm budgeting and scheduling my time, giving my energy, that there will be more uploads on this channel and outside of the scope of the Instagram content that I'm sharing. Myself not competing this year, which I'm going to touch on in a second, it has nothing to do with laziness or lack of work ethic. I think if you guys follow along with me on IG, you know that that's not a non-issue for me. Definitely not a perfect human being, but I get after it, period, the end of story. I stay crushing it. Shout out to Core Nutritional, shout out to Doug. But yeah, I'd like to bring a bit more of a qualitative feel to my content, and again, as I have had with prior seasons on YouTube, with vlogging and just riffing more, chatting, being more interactive with you guys, doing Q&A, stuff like that. Definitely can be done on Instagram, but I've kind of honestly just been in a mindless routine of filming workouts. And while I do put a lot of effort into that and I think about them and pretty much edit all of it, Just looking for a new season of doing a different style of content. And then that brings me to my last topic, which is what I'm excited for, is just as a natural bodybuilder, it takes longer to gain muscle. And as I've gotten older, turned 30 a few months ago, I now appreciate the amount of work that it takes to get to a current state that we'll find ourselves in. This is fitness or otherwise. I think when I was younger, I lacked the just experience, wisdom, perspective to appreciate, for example, getting a college degree. I got a degree in accounting, got a second degree in finance. You guys know that I was a corporate accountant for several years before I started my own business, moved out to West Virginia. No, out to the West Coast. But to relate it back, like getting those college degrees, there's a lot of work that went before that. And I was kind of mindless in that stage. I wasn't completely mindless, but like this is just what you did. After high school, you go to college. And either way, let's connect this. The current state I find myself in is I'm stronger than I've ever been. I have a better ability to perform and recover while also being able to maintain a lean physique, be able to maintain a leaner physique than I really ever have been able to. I've received a few DMs asking like, Brian, do you even need to lose any fat for for competition? And I take that as a huge compliment, and they were genuine questions. The answer is yes, I definitely would need to, because natural bodybuilding, you have to get to a completely different level of lean. But that's a good sign, because to be able to be as strong as you've ever been while maintaining the leanest physique you've ever have, I mean, that just is a testament to hard and consistent work. I'm going to pat myself on the back for that. It's quite an abrupt ending to that song.
Say some stuff.
What's up?
Say some wise words.
Say some wise words. Guys, you want to know what? When you're pushing towards the end of that set with those curls and you're curling those dumbbells, remember how important it is that your middle school girlfriend broke up with you. And we know why she broke up with you. It's because you have small biceps. It's exactly why. Your mom knows it, your grandma knows it. So when you're about to quit, just think of the wonderful life and the beautiful children you could have with that middle school girlfriend if only your biceps were bigger. Just don't quit. I said some wise words. You know, quarantine hasn't been perfect for me, like everyone. I've struggled mentally and dealing with it. It's been pretty lonely here in LA at times, but I have been more on top of my fitness game for sure. I've been more consistent. I've been more consistent with my supplementation, laying out my supplements every week. More consistent with my sleep. Not perfect, but just tracking it. I've got the Aura ring right here. Shout out to Aura. You guys should give me a damn sponsor. I don't think they sponsor anyone, unfortunately. But sleep is super important. I've been on top of it. So to tie it back, I'm excited to continue this phase. Starting to diet at the point that I did, I'm glad that in retrospect, that I did like a month of mini cut, because I was on prep, anticipating competing. It was a nice break for the system. And I think that there's a lot to be said for not shock the body, but keep the body on its toes. You know, you've been eating at caloric maintenance, giving your body as much energy as it would like for a prolonged period of time at this point, 2 years. It's nice to transition into a little mini cut phase and remind the body that food can be scarce. You know, to go back to hunter-gatherer phases, our bodies are used to this. We can deal with it. We're not going to waste muscle mass instantly, but it forces the body to be a bit more resourceful and ration the nutrients it is receiving, albeit not as many as it would like, a bit more intentionally. And that way, when we go back into a maintenance or a lean bulking phase, eating in a slight caloric surplus, we often can see a surge of performance. I saw a surge of performance when I started dieting, which is actually something that commonly does happen, but excited to continue getting stronger, pushing the training volume, seeing where I can take things while being responsible in the next year. And I will be competing next year, 100p. I'm going to plan it out more, all these things. But yeah, what time are we at? 10 minutes? Yeah, without letting this get too long, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. We'll be sharing more content here on YouTube If you guys have any specific recommendations, please go ahead and let me know in the comment section. We've been absolutely crushing it in the comment section with an average of about 2 comments per video. So we're just really rivaling that of like the Kardashians in terms of attention. Literally not even funny. Jokes aside, back with the like seasons of YouTube I've gone through, I know as I become more consistent and you guys or this algorithm keeps showing my ugly face to you guys, that engagement will pick up again. But I know that like starting to get the wheels turning again, getting that rust and that dust off, it's like people are like, oh, who are you again? Oh, that one guy that I used to watch in 2017, 2018. I've been on another app, guys. Like, I don't know what to say. Been coaching. And while I love sharing on YouTube, it's awesome. What I've learned is that with coaching specifically and being a good coach, it can very easily like make you the opposite of a good coach, because it just takes so much time, energy, and attention. And that's what I've been putting a lot of time into after Instagram content for my mobile platform and one-on-one clients and all those things. So we're gonna go ahead and end the video. Oh, we one-took it. One-took. It was a one-took. Proper English. Guys, we're going to be teaching natural bodybuilding proper English on this channel. Please go ahead, like, subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Kitties just woke up. They're going to start meowing at me. They're hungry. Peace. Hey, Brian, that's a pretty big head you got there. Not so big kitties. These guys would feel better and stop crying if you clicked on one of the videos that's on either side of my big fat head. Isn't that right, Mooch? Do it for Mooch. Oh, this was a mistake.